Hello. Welcome to a very special episode to the Manic Candice Podcast. Welcome. I have put together a compilation of podcast clips from the first half of my podcast. I have over 230 episodes to date. I couldn't be happier. This episode is clips that I found really funny. This is part one of the Manic Candice Podcast funniest moments. I can't wait to celebrate the 5th year of the Manic Candice Podcast in September. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, Musemies. Enjoy. So I want to take you to when we got back to the hotel room. We're both laying on the bed. We turn on the news. We both have our shoes off. He's not making any moves. I'm not making any moves. But I'm like really, like you could cut the tension with a slice. You could cut the sexual tension with a slice. You could bite it. It was so dense. All I did was move my left foot ever so slightly to touch his foot. As soon as I touched his foot, boom, we're making out. We're making out my luggage. But I don't know the difference between a carry-on and a luggage. So I walk through the carry-on line with my luggage. So security stops me like, why do you have this big luggage in the carry-on line? And I was like, did I miss where I put my luggage? Like, I'm so confused. So they literally opened my luggage in front of everyone and searched my bag. Yes, I brought drugs with me. So I brought Xanax. I brought 5 bars with me. And I put it in this silicone container. It was very discreet, especially in my makeup bag. So they went through my makeup bag and they pulled out the container. And he was going to open it. But something made him stop. And he put it back in the fucking makeup bag. And my heart literally stopped. Because I was like, shit, I'm going to federal prison. Like, I literally, that was my first thought. I was like, I'm going to federal prison. I'm at TSA with drugs. Like, I'm going to federal prison.
And these guys will fuck anything. I'm telling you, they will just fuck. Like, if they could fuck like their sister, they would fuck their sister. I'm sorry to be fucked up like that, but this is the truth. This is the world we live in. Orbiters, like, they just come in my life. They come back in my life. Every 3.5 years, they just rotate. Like, I got a new number now, so they're going to find my Instagram. They're going to DM me. It's going to be in my hidden requests, and I'm going to be like, oh, okay. Hi. I'm crazy. I've been told, I've been written about behind my back, and I've discovered. I've asked, I've inquired. So I'm getting a third person's perspective on this. I've asked male friends, exes, and friends, like women that I've been friends with for a while that know my personality. And they've all agreed that when I take Adderall or whatever, I get kind of crazy. I get kind of bizarre. He went home or whatever. And then we just stopped replying. And then, I shit you not, like 12 hours later, my homegirl named Alexa, well, I shouldn't call her Alexa, but like fucking like she hits me up and like just out of nowhere she mentions Nathaniel's penis and how big it is. So she tells me, like, Nathaniel's penis. Like, she just mentioned it. I did not tell her anything about Nathaniel and I. Nobody knows that we were a fling. Nobody knew. So, I'm sitting here like, thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. Like, thank you so much for showing me this. Like, thank you so much. And thank you for getting his tire flat last night. These are the last days of Rome. We're all fucking each other after 25. And it's a hard realization when you realize everyone after 25 is a slut. Raise your hand if you're a slut. I'm a slut. And it's okay. It's okay. Just try to keep the body count low. I don't know what low means for everyone, but that's for God to determine. Totally understand why so-and-so committed suicide. Totally understand it. You know, you like think about their life in certain circumstances. You're like, oh, you know, his kids hate him. His other kid is a pedophile, cheated on his wife a couple times. And then he just shot himself in the head after sniffing glue for 15 years. It happens. So, Deja, if I could talk to you, if I could say something to you, if I could speak to you directly, here's what I would say. Go get over it. Get over it. I've moved on. He's moved on. You have to move on. I've dealt with more bullshit than you ever have probably in this whole entire relationship. So just calm the fuck down. Turn around, count your blessings, and move the fuck on. Move on. Move on for your sake, not mine. For your sake, do it for you. You have to love you. And I know I'm gaslighting, but like just you need to just move the fuck on. How can I gaslight? But like you're viewing my TikTok, and that's what I can tell. I know you're on my Instagram, but you're viewing my TikTok at 3 a.m. at 3:45, 3:30 in the morning. You're viewing my TikTok. It's been 3 years. You need help. You need help. I'm not even... Look, I know what we've been through. I know you put a brick in my window. I know I called the police on you. I know I did all that shit, but you need fucking help, dude. Like, you need help. You need to... If you're still viewing my profile at 3:45 in the morning, and it's been 3 years, you need fucking help. Like, I'm scared for myself. Like, I don't want to wake up one day and find you at my doorstep with a fucking note saying I'm gonna kill you. You need to get over it. And like, guys, what scares me is that she wants to be an artist. She wants to be an artist, and that freaks me out. And I'm like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did she want to be an artist before she knew me as an artist, being an artist? I don't know. But I'm disgusted. I'm freaked out. Dude, you're scaring me, Deja. You're scaring me. Like, leave me alone. I can't believe I have to address you publicly like this, but just leave me the fuck alone. Like, don't look at my shit at all. Don't look my way. Don't breathe my way. I'm gonna have you blocked, honestly, but I don't want you knowing that I looked at your profile. So it's just like, I'm gonna have to block you.
Not that it's gonna stop you from doing anything, but like, that's what sucks, you guys, is like people who are weird. They can, there's just, So like, I get it now. I get it, Zay, if you're listening, I get it. And don't talk to me. No, I'm just kidding. Talk to me. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. But I quickly went from being the fat girl to the mean girl. I let everyone have it. I was like, you know what? I may be fat, but your mom's on fucking meth. I may be fat, but your dad's gay. Being a bitch is probably the best compliment you're ever gonna receive. Facts. The way you twirl them got them hips round and round. But yeah, being a bitch, like, there's a difference between being a bitch and being a mean girl. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but honey, be a bitch. It's time to be a bitch. Be a bitch. Build a business. Suck a dick. Get a job. Shout out to T.S. Madison. But like, I honestly, you guys, like, you have to be a bitch. I love being a bitch. I love being a bad bitch. I love being that bitch. I wake up every morning and I'm like, I'm a bitch. Look at any successful woman, and I said this before in the podcast, but look at any successful woman. Behind every successful woman is a bitch. Kris Jenner is a bitch. She's probably one of the biggest bitches. And like, being a bitch, it goes beyond, you know, rolling your eyes and being better than everyone in every category. Looks, money, romance, your kids are better. Everything's just better. I'm gonna be a bitch till the day I die. And if that causes me to be fucking single the rest of my life, then so be it. I'd rather be a bitch and die with respect for myself than to feminize up and just be like, oh, I want to weaponize my femininity in order to get an endless supply of money and kids. Because that's what all men are good for in the end, is an endless supply of money and a couple of kids and a hunk of wood. Gold bottles on bottles, I'm just honest. Coupe color on coupe, I'm just honest. Some. I tell the truth. I keep a gang of bad bitches with me too. And we ain't ever going back on what we used to do. I was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest. My piss coming back dirty, I'm just being honest. Got bitches kissing on bitches, I'm just being honest. I'm a rock star for life, I'm just being honest. Gotta take over right now, I'm just being honest. We done turned up in the black room, I'm being honest. I know I'm but a dope boy, I'm just being honest. These niggas getting shot for being honest. I fucked her on the spot, I'm just being honest. I'ma strike it to the heart, I'm just being honest. Top, foreign coupe, dash 200. Live a rich nigga life, I'm just being honest. Live it straight, I'm a nigga, for my day, that's straight up. Living a nigga harder, I'm just honest. Gold bottles on bottles, I'm just honest. Red stuff color watches, I'm just honest. Coupe color on coupe, I'm just honest. I tell the truth. I like this song. I like Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa. Dual. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, I'm renegading, yeah.
No one's telling men to lower their standards. Their standards are too high. If women are dying on the operating table just to meet men's standards, then they're too fucking high. I'm not touching my ass. Fuck you. If you want to cheat on me, then I'm coming for that IRA. I'm coming for that wallet. Try me, nigga. I will marry someone to weaponize divorce. Like, oh yeah, you want to cheat on me? You want to cheat on me? I will divorce you. I will divorce you and take all you got. Women, we need to get back in our position. We need to stop having sex just for a little bit. We all collectively need to stop fucking these niggas, because if we stop fucking these niggas, then they start listening. But no, raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by Kylie Jenner. I used to be afraid to go online because I would see Kylie Jenner's face everywhere. She was plastered 24/7, 25/8. It was annoying. And like, I watched her face go from nothing to something, and like, the attention was annoying. I was so jealous of the attention that Kylie Jenner got. I was just like, can I have a slice of that? Can I just have a little bit? It's like every moment someone could go viral, it was her. And I was like, why? She can't ride this train. If I was Kylie Jenner, you know how much pussy I'd be popping online? I'd be wilding out like him. I'd be a trillionaire. Tired of being ghosted? Zay, if you're listening, fuck you. Fuck you. When I'm at your house, I'm looking for certain things. I'm looking for a clean bathroom. If you don't have a clean bathroom, you're out. I'm looking for general cleanliness. I'm looking for, if you have a girlfriend, I'm looking for eyelashes. I'm looking for perfume. I'm looking for lipstick. I'm looking for body lotion. I'm looking at your hygiene routine. Do you have mouthwash? Do you have face wash? Do you have moisturizer? Do you have a toothbrush in the bathroom? I need to know these things. Demi Lovato, oh my god. Esteban had this whole thing on his Instagram story about how she's wicked. This bitch, like, I literally cannot stand Demi Lovato. It's like, she hops on the trends, like, especially the pronoun thing. She's like, I go by they, them. I'm like, do you? I feel bad, though, because I watched her documentary on YouTube, and she was raped by her heroin dealer. Just awful. But I still can't stand her. You're fine as hell. But I'd rate you a 3 out of a 10 for LA. For LA, I'd rate you a 3 out of a 10 because, like, you didn't come. I didn't come. I know I said I came 4 times, but I didn't come once. I didn't leave there, like, I was tired. I asked him, I'm like, how many times did you masturbate before you got here? And then I'm like, it's okay not to come. He's like, but I want to come. I want to come so bad. And I'm just like, he's like, I want to come for you. I'm like, it's not about me at this point. And the second guy, he was like, you ready for me? You ready for me? You ready for me? I'm like, ready for what? What am I ready for? What am I preparing for? He's like, you ready for me? You ready for me? You ready for this? Are you ready for this? And I'm just like, ready for what? Your cock? Ready for what? And I was just like, okay. And he's like, do you live alone? And I'm like, I live alone. So, like, he comes over, and then, like, he's in his parents' car, and it's so funny because it's, like, their youth is showing. It's so cute. And then, like, he's like, yeah, I'm in my parents' car. Yeah, are you ready to do this? And I'm just like, yeah. So I take off my clothes. I'm like, what's up? He takes off his clothes. I suck his dick. He's got a nice dick, but he don't know what to do with it. And he comes in like less than 60 seconds. And he's like, we can go again.
And I'm like, okay. Then he goes to the bathroom. Then he comes back out. And then he's like, you're ready to go again? And I was just like, he couldn't stay hard in the condom. And I was just like, you have a lot of issues right now, my guy. He's like, can you suck the dick to get it hard again? And I was like, sure. He was here for less than 20 minutes and he left. He nutted twice and left. He was like, I'll see you again. I'll see you again. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I like your dangling cross earring. Get out. Cause I'm a ride or die, whether you fell or fly. But shit, at least you tried. But when you walked out the door, a piece of me died. Told you I wanted more. That when I had more. She can't sing. Lana Del Rey cannot sing. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I need another cigarette because I'm stressed. And that's a part of being an adult, is smoking. If you don't smoke, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. You don't need to smoke. Smoking for me, I'm going on 14 years. Reds, hundreds. I'll probably die of lung cancer if I don't get shot. And that's the other thing. When you're an adult, you got addictions. You got demons, bro. You got some demons. Of the season. When the love runs high. And this time, give it to me easy. And let me try with pleasured hands. Take me to the sun, to promised land. To show you everyone, it's the time of the season for loving. This is a classic song. What's your name? What's your name? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? He rich. If you don't have a crippling addiction, are you even an adult? If you don't have a crippling addiction, what are you doing? How do you deal with life? How? I need to know, because I need to get on that regimen. You guys, I don't know if I'm going through another manic episode. What's frustrating about being bipolar is you just never know when you're going to be manic. I mean, you have your triggers, but maybe there are other triggers that I'm unaware of. And that's the challenge with living with bipolar, is just, you never know when you're going to be up for 2 days. We met up at the mall after talking on MySpace for like weeks. And we met at the mall. And he stuck his tongue down my throat. And when I tell you, that breath was kicking, that breath was hot. That breath was, I can still taste it. I feel like the film of bacteria over his tongue is down. I swallowed it. It was disgusting. It was so goddamn disgusting. Like, I never spit so much in my life. After that kiss, I literally spit everywhere. In every trash can, I was like, Jesus, brush your tongue. I don't know who needs to hear this, but brush your tongue. And bad hygiene, goes, if I can smell your funk, that means I don't want to suck your dick. And same goes for women. If you can smell her funk, imagine what her pussy smells like. Imagine what it tastes like. Every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment you say the words that I can't say. I've been getting better at my singing. I've been getting better at my pimping. Put me on auto-tune. I'll be like, oh, oh, oh. Watch me fuck around and get a record deal like Cardi B. People with more than one Instagram cannot be trusted. Because if you're blocked on one, they're going to pop up on another. Like people, like the whole Finsta movement, nobody can be trusted. Red flag. If people have more than one Instagram, red fucking flag. And you can tell too, because they're always on it, and then they'll constantly switch through the profiles. Red flag. They're addicted to those likes. They're addicted to that validation. And they're sneaking on you. They're spying on you. Same with people who don't have any social media presence. It's like, I know you have a social media. Where is it? You don't have a Discord. You don't have a YouTube. You don't have nothing. You have nothing. People with no social media cannot be trusted. It looks like they live off the grid. It's like, what? Do you have a social? Are you human? Babe, you good? Red flag. Run away. Run away from me, baby. Run away. Run away from me, baby. Run away. Run away from me, baby. Going crazy. Satisfying my partner is what gets me off. When has that ever? Because if that were the case, we'd all be getting off. And I let him come in my mouth. And when I tell you there was curdles in his sperm, pieces of his sperm have hardened. And like, I swallowed it and it was like swallowing cottage cheese. It was the most disgusting experience I've ever had with bodily fluids. That's no lie. Girl Scout honor, Girl Scout promise, I swallowed curdled cum. Ew. So ew. I'm truly convinced that people just want to be a part of something and they're not even gay. I don't know what happened, but gay people just got really annoying. Really annoying. I can't, like, Twitter for like a good 5 months before Elon bought it. It was hell. My rights this, my pronouns that. Shut up. Shut up. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm gay. Because what people like to do when you're Native American is go, oh, I'm Cherokee. Oh, everyone's Cherokee, honey. Where's your certificate of Indian blood? Let me see that. Let me know if you're Cherokee. If you are a big fan of Tyler, the Creator, J. Cole, or Frank Ocean, done. You're a whole walking red flag for me. You're a whole ass red flag. There's something about the personality type who gravitate toward these artists that just doesn't sit right with my spirit. And I'm going to leave it there. But like, if someone has a long pinky nail, they're doing coke, especially if you ask them about it, like, hey, what's with your pinky? And they'll be like, oh, none. It's like, out of all the things you could use, you're using a pinky, the most dirtiest thing, like under your pinky nail. Really? Loving one person is exhausting. It's exhausting to like one person, get to know one person, love one person, and then like choose one person, and then you want to add another person to be fulfilled, for more love. How much love do you need? It's about sex. Can we just talk about that really quick? It's about sex. Having an open relationship is about sex. It's about having chicken and beef. It's about having rice and noodles. It's about having spicy and non-spicy. It's about having like tempura, and it's about having your cake and eating it too. It's not about, oh, I want to love people. I want to love as many people as I have the capacity. No, it's you want to fuck as many people as you have the capacity to fuck. God damn it. And that's my bone. That's my bone I have to pick, is that it's about fucking. Can we just admit it's about fucking? It's about fucking. It's not about, oh, I want to be fulfilled. I just have all this love to give. No, you don't. You have a 9 to 5. You have a mortgage. You might have a child. You don't have more of yourself to give. You want to come more. And that's not a bad thing. If people, like, I wouldn't have a problem with the concept of an open relationship if people just came out and said, hey, I don't want to fuck my wife all the time. I don't want to fuck my girlfriend exclusively. Whoop-de-doo. I would respect people more if they just came out and said the fucking truth. Open relationships are about sex. There's no convincing me it's about wanting to be happier or feeling like you're missing something in your marriage. Like, that's dumb. Having an open relationship doesn't take away the threat of being betrayed. And that's the fallacy. That's the issue. Just because you're in an open relationship doesn't mean you can't get your heart broken. Night is young and the lights are low. Looking out for a place to go where they play the right music. Everything is fine. You need to. Yes. Here we go. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. I've had it with Illuminati symbolism. It's trash. It doesn't get us anywhere. And, like, the jig is out. Like, we're all Satanists. Like, the jig is out. Like, boo. Like, boo. You're really scaring me with your fucking triangles and your fucking Baphomet. Like, yes, I am puffing on my elf bar. If you have become addicted to puffing on elf bars by listening to this podcast, you are entitled to monetary compensation. I left Tinder at 10,000 likes. My husband is in there. I have several husbands in there. But they're not hot enough. They're not tall enough. Their dick's not big enough. They're just not enough. And for me personally, what made me so harsh on men and, like, the standards is not dating coaches. It's not podcasts. It's just this idea that I'm supposed to have more. Okay, fuck what I was gonna say. I was a cheater, okay? I cheated on my first boyfriend. I'm trying to frame this whole narrative about, oh, if you were a cheater, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to frame it like it's cool or something. No, I cheated. I fucking cheated, okay? I cheated. I mean, he had blue hair, for Christ's sake. He worked at Hot Topic. Like, that was my type. He was my ultimate type. And he was my first boyfriend. He was my boss. And he was my fucking, like, he took my virginity. Like, he had everything about, like, he could have married me and I would have married him. Like, it doesn't click to me. Does not compute why he just would say the stupidest shit. I.e., example, you're gonna find a man that's way better in bed than I am. And I'm just like, what? Like, I didn't even know. Like, he took my virginity, you know what I mean? And, like, I was a Christian girl. Like, I was, you know, I would have stayed with him. I still would have been with him. If I had kids with him, I never would have cheated. But, like, he's still, you know what? I'm sorry. I take that back. I take it back. I would have cheated anyway. Because I did cheat. Because it was in me to cheat. That's why I'm saying that. I'm not saying because I spite him or anything. there's more out there. And, like, I should explore that. And that I was too good looking to be 18, a freshman at ASU, 18, a freshman at ASU. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a dorm. I just turned 18. The week I turned 18 was the week I moved out of my mom's house, was the week I started college. I worked to the bone to get into college, to get scholarships. Like, you know, I worked so hard in high school. Like, that, and like, that's what people just don't understand about me, is that although I was heavy in the drugs, heavy in the ditching, heavy in the self-hate, heavy in the depression, heavy in the rebellion in high school, heavy in the cigarettes, you know what I mean? Like, heavy in all that shit. Even though I was expelled for a semester, it's like, my grades were always fucking on point. I graduated with like a 3.89 weighted GPA, number 3 in my class. Like, I mean, not number 3, but like, I'm thinking I was number 33, but number 3 somewhere else. But that's besides the point. The point is, I worked hard to get into college, and I waited so long to turn 18, and I just didn't want to waste it on some loser who couldn't recognize what he had in front of him. Or couldn't appreciate it, or couldn't hold, or I don't know. All I know is that I was 18. That was my first relationship, and like, he basically laid the carpet out for me. I'm making excuses. I'm sorry. I cheated on my first boyfriend, and nothing I say will make it right or even partially okay or excusable. It was wrong. If I felt like he was saying weird shit, if I felt like he thought less of himself and it bothered me, or if I felt like his insecurities were making me feel weird, I should have ended it. I mean, I eventually did, but that was after I cheated. The second after I cheated, which I had sex with someone, just to make it clear. It wasn't like I kissed someone or like I sent news, blah, blah, blah. I had a date. I had sex with someone. And the second after, I'm laying in the bed, you know, post-coital, or is that the right word? Post intercourse, and I'm just bawling. And I'm like, it's like, why are you crying? Like, you have no room to cry. But I cried because I felt so bad, because the guy I cheated on didn't deserve it. He didn't hurt me. Like, he didn't do anything. Like, and then, like, I felt like such a bitch because I cheated on him, because he, in my mind, okay, this is gonna sound so bad. I don't think like this anymore. Okay? But at the time, this was 9 years ago, at the time, my thinking was, he's such a pussy. Like, I can't be with a pussy. I was just like, bitch, you see all this dick around you in ASU, you're gonna be with this one? Like, that's besides the point. The point is, like, I fucking cheated, and I feel bad. So now I'm just like, blah, 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 but I cheated. And ever since then, I feel like because I cheated, my karma has been being the bitch that guys cheat with. And, like, if I could go back, I would not cheat on my first boyfriend. So if you're listening to this and you have not cheated, like, you're clean, don't do it. I was just like, look, like, I don't think this is going to be a good thing while I'm in college. I mean, you know, mind you, he was picking me up every other weekend at my dorm, and that was just like really embarrassing, because he had a smart car. Okay, he had a smart car, and it was just really, really embarrassing. And he had plushies in front, and on the dashboard, he had 2 plushies. It was like a turtle and like a fish. And it was just really, really cringy. And, like, everywhere we went, like, on a date, like, people would just laugh. They would just crack up, like, oh my God, this fucking smart car. Like, it look okay. I'm in my closet right now because it's good acoustic. Look at me. Look at my pinky. Acoustics. It has great acoustics. Okay. His car can fit in my closet. I'm not joking. A fucking Hyundai can flip this fucking car. It's not safe at all. It's not safe. I don't care how much recycled material it's made out of. It's not safe. Number 2, it's ugly. Number 3, it looks like a fucking toy. Number 4, it just like it's like it was a laughing stock. It was an eyesore. I was embarrassed. I was truly embarrassed, and I'm truly embarrassed for myself back then, even now. I can't believe I dated a guy who rolled me around in a smart car. Ew. Ew, dude, like, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite. You see, I did clownery by cheating on my first boyfriend, and then my next boyfriend, the clownery came back to bite. He cheated on my ass. This is why I don't think I'm going to get married, is because I don't want to reach a point in my marriage where I'm so bored that I'm wanting to get out of my marriage by having sex with someone younger than me, or wanting to open up my bedroom with my husband for another woman or another man. I don't want to do that. Like, God forbid my husband asks me for a threesome, or he asks me to have a man fuck him in the ass, or he asked me to fuck him in the ass. Like, God forbid, I can't handle that. Open relationships, to me, is justified cheating, and that's just my opinion. To me, that's making yourself feel better by somehow pacifying your insecurities, by granting some sort of permission or gatekeeping the allowance of your partner or yourself to sleep with someone else, or to have them in your bedroom. I feel like that type of practice, while trying to pass off as if you're in a committed relationship, is quite ludicrous. I feel like it is mentally ill. It is insane. And that's just my opinion. I don't know about you, but if I had 2 boyfriends, I would have a favorite. I'm just saying. Just saying. I mean, I've never had a girl not yet. I feel like the more popular I get, people from my old school or like my past are going to come out with like old pictures and old videos and old texts and blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, she's a bitch. Like, you know what I mean? She's disgusting. She's a sex whore. She's a fucking drug addict. She's a fucking, she's a pig. I don't know. Like, she's this and she's that. But like, we're fucked. We're all fucked. We're all gonna die. We're all fucked. Can we just please be faithful to each other? I mean, like, we make movies about it. We cry about it in our songs. And like, I feel like for my sake, for my sanity, I am not putting my eggs in a basket of love. I'm not putting my eggs in a basket of friendship, of relationships. You know why? Because we're human. Okay, we're flawed. We're not perfect. If I can't marry Jesus himself, then what's the point? You're going to be a disappointment to me. If someone wants your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, they're going to get them. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm so serious. It doesn't matter what your boyfriend says, girlfriend, wife, husband. If someone wants them and that person is sexy, they're gonna get them. Embarrassing, hypocritical on part of our Congress
hearing with the CEO of TikTok, Mr. Chu. Mr. Chu, I apologize on behalf of the American people that you had to go through a 7-hour hearing with the most ridiculous assholes this world has ever seen. These motherfuckers are responsible for 9/11. They're responsible for like the war, every war in the past 30, 45 years, the war on drugs, like the crisis at the border. They're responsible for everything. Everything goes through Congress. Like, notice, but Instagram is fucking dead. It's been dead for a long time. If you think you're gonna come up off Instagram, you are fucking delusional. It's all about TikTok. Like, just the hypocrisy. I heard so much shit, and I heard so much stupid shit. Like, oh, we're so concerned about our children. Since when? You're the same Congress who let Adderall be prescribed not by doctors, but by recommendations of teachers, okay? People who are not medical professionals, people who just wanted their job easier. It was so easy to push literal meth, clean. I like to call Adderall clean meth. It's meth, like, we don't even know how it's made, but it's packaged to us nicely, right? And they want to start a war on drugs. So it's so, it's very hypocritical. And like, this is the same Congress that let Dr. Anthony Fauci on the team and COVID happened, and that was a whole sham. That was a whole lie. This is the same Congress that allowed the FBI and the CIA to run psyops on us through Twitter. This is the same Congress, okay, that voted for the war on Ukraine. This is the same Congress that approves the budget to send we're like at $160 billion to Ukraine. Oh, by the way, this week alone, we sent $20 million to Ukraine. 20 billion. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I like, what, like, is money even real anymore? Is the US dollar even anything? Bitch, why the fuck do you allow your child to be on TikTok? And, it's really that simple. A lot of these issues that members of Congress brought up were tied to their own children, and it's like, girl, fuck them kids and fuck you too. Like, I don't care about children of Congress. I don't care about their children, and obviously they don't care about their own children if they're allowing them to use an app that, according to them, is a national security threat and a threat to their children's lives and a threat to their children's mental health and mental well-being. Apparently they allow the children to run the house. Apparently, like, I'm sorry. Like, if you are the parent of a teenager, of a child, and they're on TikTok, whose fault is that? You're the one who gave them the phone. You're the one who's paying the bill. You're the one giving them access to the internet. Since when do fucking kids get to make decisions? Especially if your parent is in Congress. Like, I'm so tired of Instagram. I can give a fuck about my art career on Instagram. I could give a fuck about it, because that's how stupid the platform has gotten. So if China wanted to spy on us, they could have done it a long time ago. They don't need an app. Okay? They don't need TikTok user data. They made all Apple products. Who's to say China doesn't have access to all our phones? Who's to say that? Who's to say China is not looking at me through my webcam right now? Made in China. Oh, this app is a threat to national security. And these alerts were things that the algorithm flagged as suspicious activity or potential suspicious activity. So I got hired to this company called AML Right Source, and I got put on a project at USAA Bank. Okay, I live in Arizona, and I live in North Phoenix. In North Phoenix, off of Happy Valley Road, or like between Happy Valley Road and Joe Max Road, is USAA Bank headquarters. And USAA is a bank that is serving only military members and like president members. And I was a contractor. I had access to members' accounts. And when I say members, they're not citizens. You can't be a regular citizen and get a bank account at USAA. You have to be a member of the military, any rank. Like, you have to be like a politician. So
USAA Bank referred to any high-profile people as politically exposed persons, or PEP. Tell me why I had access to Buzz Aldrin's account for one alert. I had access to Michael J. Cohen, who's the former head of national security advisor to President Trump, former President Trump. I had access to his account after he got indicted and supposedly had to hand over money to the federal government. He had a lot of money in that account. So bullshit. Okay. I had access to, people's transactions, every single transaction that they made ever. All I had to do was download something off of their account. I was given an Excel spreadsheet. I would make a pivot table off of that Excel spreadsheet to show me certain data because I was looking for monetary transactions that were out of the norm. And what does that mean? Are you spending too much cash somewhere? Are you withdrawing or depositing cash a little too much in a certain area? And I was encouraged to look the other way when it came to members of our military going to Southeast Asia and withdrawing a lot of cash. What were they doing in the Philippines? What were they doing in Taiwan? What were they doing in Singapore and Vietnam? I know a lot of sex tourism, child sex tourism goes down in Southeast Asia, and these motherfuckers were taking out cash. I mean, thousands of dollars of cash. And then you wouldn't see any transactions for a little bit, and then the next transaction is them at the airport getting snacks and going back to the U.S. I saw this a lot, and it's not a far stretch considering what Epstein has done and his clients have done, who are members of Congress, who are lawyers, professors, like all this shit. Another, like, when I say that I had access to these people's transactions, I mean everything they bought. If they went to the gas station, how much they spent at the gas station, what time they went to the gas station, what state they went to the gas station in, what city. I could see everything. I could see how much money was in their account. I could see the beneficiaries of their account. I could see their wife, every loan they've taken out, every check they've written to the IRS, every check written to them. I could look it up. It's all in a database, and all the banks have it. And the policies that allow this to happen came as a result of 9/11. After 9/11, the National Security Act and the Patriot Act passed, and that allowed the government, the federal government, to mandate all financial institutions to run customer due diligence on everyone that is trading money with them. And get this, I found out that some financial institutions can get a special exemption from these regulations. It's stupid. It's stupid. This whole thing is fucking rigged. This whole financial system is rigged from the day you go to school and you realize, oh, I'm not being taught anything, to the first time you have to file taxes and you're just fucking clueless. You're just fucking clueless. There's a reason why you have to be a certain color. Your last name has to be a certain religion, Jew. Like, there's a reason why you have to be a certain demographic to know anything about how the American financial system and the stock market, how all that works, what the Dow Jones means, what the S&P 500 is, what all of that means. There's a reason for that. If too many people were informed and were able to make, quote unquote guesses on the stock market and win big, let me tell you something. This stock market is an illusion. It's a puppet show. It's a big puppet show. These members of Congress, they pass laws and they tell their banker friends, who tell their shareholders, who are owners of the companies, who tell their friends, who are fellow billionaires, and they're all in the golf club sharing this information, and they trade. They trade after market hours when the price is settled. Like they pump and dump on a lot of things, if you haven't noticed. And it's all falling apart. It really is. The crash of Silicon Valley Bank had an effect globally and is still having an effect globally. You got to realize that a lot of the world depends on our dollar for trading. They depend on it being strong.
Our dollar is not strong. It's no longer backed by gold. Where is the gold? Where is the gold? Our gold has been sold off. And I don't know if you guys remember, we have a debt to China that is in the trillions. The last time I checked, it was like 21 trillion or like something like maybe even higher. You guys, what happens when you can't pay your bill, when you can't pay your credit card bills here? They start taking your shit. What happens when China wants to start charging late fees? What happens when China is like, okay, you haven't been paying us? We haven't paid China in like 20 years, okay? We have not paid a single dime. What happens when they want to come collect? Not only are they going to take everything, but they're going to make us work for them. I saw a picture of a Chinese soldier and a gun. China shipped a whole bunch of ships of weapons to Russia. They're trading oil in Chinese yuan. That little stunt that the United States did by blowing up the gas pipeline that led from Russia to Europe, like, that was cute, but that didn't work. Putting sanctions on Russia, saying they can't trade oil with NATO countries, like, that was cute. Didn't work. They went to Saudi Arabia. They went to India. They went to fucking China. They said, hey, do you guys want some cheaper oil? They're like, yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We have the same enemy, for sure. And they've been strong. Their economy's been strong. All of this bullshit, like, oh, Ukraine is advancing on certain territories that Russia taken over. Ukraine, no, they're not. If they were advancing, why are they requesting more aid? Why are they burning through $1 billion a day? It seems like they're burning $1 billion every 3.5 days. That is insane. That is fucking insane. Like, that tells me that they're losing. Okay? The US wants to ban TikTok ultimately so that we as Americans cannot organize. And it's really sad that it's taking the ban of our favorite social media app for us to be like, okay, we're rioting. Okay, we need to act like the French. By the way, the French people, I am so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. Like, there's no more gas for people to drive anywhere because the workers are no longer working. They refuse to work because Macron, the French prime minister, whatever you want to call him, he raised the pension age from 65 to like 67 or something like that. And people were pissed. And I believe the rally is still, the protests and the riots are still going on. They are setting shit on fire. Like, it's on fire. There's trash piled up in the streets. It's insane. It's beautiful to see. It's time for America to be put in its place, honestly. I really don't care. And it is because I'm Native American and Black. Like, this country can go to hell for what they did to me. But I'm just so sick of the fake hypocrisy. I'm so sick of the selective outrage. And I'm really fucking sick of the manipulation. Did these people think for a second, in the age of ChatGPT 5, that we were going to believe those images of former President Trump supposedly getting arrested in New York? Are you fucking kidding me? Let me tell you something. I have a criminology degree, and my mother is a federal officer. No one knows when they're getting indicted. No one knows when they're getting arrested. That's the point of an investigation. That's the point of element of surprise. Like, that is the whole point. So when he's coming out saying, oh, I'm getting arrested, like, who, a house divided against itself cannot stand. So if Republicans and Democrats were really divided, then why are they standing together in the White House? It's because they are shareholders. That is the one thing that trumps everything, no pun intended, is the money, is their stocks, is their dividends. And like, that is the only thing that matters. So
with the banking system crashing right before our eyes, they're trying to appease us so we don't do a bank run on everybody's ass, so we can keep spending. That's why they're throwing the Secretary of Treasury in our face on Sunday night, telling us, oh, everything's fine, everything's okay. It's not. It's not. So you're telling me that a criminal who's under investigation is hip to his arrest and is going to announce his arrest? I'm sorry. If I was a criminal and I knew I was going to get arrested, I would fucking hide. I'd go to another country. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm getting arrested. I wouldn't go tell the world, hey, I'm about to get arrested. So recognize game. Recognize when shit is being, like, when someone's trying to trick you and manipulate you. He's trying to manipulate people. He's like, and I don't know who made these photos with ChatGPT and like Elon, but like they look so ridiculous. They look like, even in one of the photos, Trump has a third leg, no pun intended. Like I don't, like, do they think we're stupid? Yeah, they do. We may be stupid, but we're not that stupid. Like I really think they thought that those deep fakes of Trump getting arrested were going to work. It wasn't. And Trump strategically called for riots if he got arrested. I have followers in New York and they're like, he's not arrested. But I knew from those images that it was ChatGPT. I just knew. And then all of a sudden, like during the day he was supposed to get arrested, it was announced by the Attorney General that, oh, possible indictment next week. Since when do people announce a possible date of an arrest? When we're going to get El Chapo, do we tell Mexico, hey, we're going to be there next week on Friday at 6 a.m. See you there. Make sure. No. When someone's a flight risk, that is determined. I have been notorious for turning men off with my social media. Notorious. I mean, notorious. Like when guys get a hold of my social media, it's just like, oh no, I don't like this girl no more. You know what I mean? Like if fuck him. Like if a guy is gone because he doesn't like your social media, fuck him. Fuck him. Because a lot of you walk around fucking unaware as fuck. Like, oh, I wonder why he didn't call me back. Well, maybe it's your social media. You ever thought about that? You ever thought about how you present yourself online? I feel you creeping, I can see you from my shadow. Wanna jump up in my Lamborghini Colada. Ayy. There are several reels and several captions and several reels and captions on my Instagram that could be potentially alarming, like, oh, this bitch is crazy, or oh, this bitch is insane. But like I'm at the point where I don't care what men think about me. I don't care what anyone thinks about me. Truly. So I was someone who would post about their entire day, like every little thing, and then it came to the point where like I would get pissed off about something, any minor inconvenience. I'd post about it. I'd be ranting in my Instagram stories, and it's entertainment at one point, but it gets annoying. You know what I mean? Like it gets really you become like a gimmick. And if you post memes that are jokes about mental illness, that is the red flag for men. You may think it's funny and cute, but he's thinking in the back of his head that you are a fucking nutcase. Having a podcast. I truly believe I'm single because of this podcast. Guys find out about it and like they listen to one episode and they're like, you're cute. And then they realize that I'm like dirty. Like I have, that like I'm dirty. Like how do I explain it? Like I have an episode called Freaky Tales. And that is about like all the freaky shit I've done. Like I pegged a guy, I ate pussy, I pegged a guy. It's like I start talking deep about like my addictions and like my weight loss and like all types of other things, like my personal successes and failures, and they look at that as TMI, and they're just like, oh shit, like I don't want to be the next topic on her podcast, which you might be. Like if you make enough impact on my day-to-day thoughts, you might just end up on the podcast. Truly. I mean, that's red, nigga. Kill flare, nigga. The power's in my head, nigga. Soho, a trifecta, 3 hoes, trifecta, dope money, coke money, few girls, my watch better, my pills better, you dope right. Pay homage on case vomit, and my girls nigga, my don't like. Gra. Bang bang. Bang bang. Bang bang. All right, here we go. Hey, hey. A smile in my face is what I don't like. They steal your whole sound, that's the sound bite. The media crucify me like they did Christ. They wanna find me now, breathing like they found Mike. Only out of spite, but I'll never hit a woman, never in my life. I was in there too deep like Macaw Fife. And that pussy so deep I could have drowned twice. Rose gold, Jesus peace with the brown ice. Eating good vegetarian with the brown rice. Girls kissing girls, cause it's hot, right? But unless they use the strap on, then they not dykes. They ain't about that life. They ain't about that life. We hanging out that window, it's about to be a Suge night. Chief Keef, King Louis, this just shine, right? Right? Having ambition is like dick repellent. Like, I don't know what it is about having dreams and goals and standards for yourself that just makes men disappear. Like, being an artist and wanting to be a huge artist and like me accomplishing that, it's like guys get insecure that you're gonna be like this amazing thing one day, and you probably will because you're so determined and you have so much ambition, and then it's like they stop talking to you. And I'm just like, you guys are so like insecure that the girl, like, what you're showing a man when you're ambitious and you're upfront about it is that you're showing him that one day you're going to be better than him, and that he can never measure up to you. And in a man's world, in his head, he has to be above you in every way because you're a woman. This is the last one on my list. Is lip syncing. Lip syncing is such a turn off. It depends on the guy. Some guys like it. The guys who like it only want to fuck you. The ones who don't like it are the ones who are just kind of like, damn, I saw her as something. I saw her as someone with potential, but now here she is lip syncing to Pound Town on her Instagram story. Pound Town, just left Pound Town. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. That nigga put a bitch down. That nigga eat me out.
Take it, fuck these niggas up.
Down, thug it with my rounds, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas? I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing, nigga, cause suck a bitch toes. Pound Town, just left Pound Town. Oh my god, Sexy Red. That nigga eat me out. What's been on my mind lately is like when a nigga eats you out so good and you're just like, Pound Town, just left Pound Town. Some of you will never know what Pound Town is, and that's just so sad that you'll never know what Pound Town is. I posted myself singing this song on Instagram and like no one liked it. No one liked it. And I was just like, oh, I feel so fucking retarded. I'm out here in Miami looking for the hoochie daddies. I'd rather chase internet fame than a relationship, to be honest. Because that's where my heart is fame. Fame. I am a fame whore. So if that means I have to lose a boyfriend or a potential lover in order to gain 100 followers, I'm going to do that. Proudly.
I ran a poll on my Twitter and I asked everyone if they would ever be a step parent, if they would ever be okay with taking care of someone else's children in a relationship. And it was split down the middle of all the voters. It was 50-50. So there's this guy, of course, there's always the guy. And he works at the dispensary I go to. The dispensary I go to all the time, he works there. And fuck, I lost my vape. Goddamn, I don't know, it's right here. So this guy, oh, my vape is dead. God damn it. So this guy I like at the dispensary, he's a bud tender and like we're flirting. Great conversation. I find out in one transaction that he's a Scorpio and he has 2 kids. So, and his birthday is November 12th. But anyway, and I found out that he's not with the baby mama, so which is cool. So he laid it out like, hey, I have kids. I'm not with the mother. It's like, why would you tell a stranger that unless you like them back? You know what I mean? So, anyways, I was like, can I be a stepmom? And to be honest, I can't. Yeah, baby. I can't do it. I think I can do it, but when it comes down to it, I don't think I can do it. Let me tell you about my mom. She was a single mom my whole life until her mid-40s. She got married. And when she got married, it was like, okay, this guy is my dad? Or supposedly? Because I never had a father figure in my life. So I never felt like, I felt this pressure to make my mom happy by calling her husband my dad. So that's what I started doing. I started calling her husband my dad, and it was so fucking stupid. Like every time I said, "Hi, Dad," "Hey, Dad," or "Dad," like it was like something stabbed me inside because he's not my dad. You're not my dad, ugly ass. So like, the feeling was mutual. By the way, he didn't want me as a stepdaughter at all. I was a wedge between him and his wife. That's what I was. But I don't think that step parents are a good thing for kids. I don't believe that forcing your child to call your new lover that's not their parent, whether the parent was absent or not, their new parent or their step parent, like most of the time, these step parents, like, they're just here to fuck your mom and or dad and just dip and don't give a fuck about you. Like, as soon as the relationship is over, you're going back to being a nobody. So I don't think step parenting should be a thing. I think that if you're going to date someone with kids, just leave it at that and just accept them. You don't have to go the extra mile and pretend to be their mother or pretend to be their father, because that's what it is, pretending. So if you're out there and you are that trifling single mom who constantly brings in men, like, you're confusing your child. And same for guys. Like, I know guys, they like to cheat on their wives and girlfriends, and they take their kids to the girl's house that they're cheating with, which is stupid, which is something my dad did. Days go by and I think of you. Days go by. My ex-stepdad used to compete with me for my mother's money. Like, she couldn't buy him certain things at a certain time because she already spent money on me. And that made him really upset. And it was always a competition to see who could have my mom's love more or have more access to her money to buy things, or because my mom has a lot of money. And like, he definitely took advantage of that. And he hated me for being spoiled. So I only called him dad, like I said, to make my mom happy, to make her feel like she finally had a complete family instead of just me and her. So that was the gift I gave to her. It lasted 5 years. They got divorced. I'm glad they got divorced, and I no longer have a step parent. You see how that works? Skin. Hold on. You see me when I'm at my worst, feeling as if I've been cursed. Feel the cold within. Days go by and I think of you. Like, could you see yourself being a stepmom or stepkid? It's like, or stepmom or stepdad. It's like, whoa, we're on our first date. And now that I'm older, I can see why people choose to date people who don't have kids. Because it's just easier. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to raise someone else's bastard. I don't want to raise someone else's kid whose parent isn't around. Or worse, is around. Can you imagine dealing with the baby mama who's not over the father? Can you fucking imagine? I'm not competing with no baby mama. You put kids in her. I'm not competing with that. You're with her for life. For life. And I'm just supposed to sign up as like this stepmom? Like, no. 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 Fuck that. No. So, to the guy at the dispensary, I know you guys listen to my podcast. I don't know your name, but you're the one with the mustache that looks like my high school crush. That's why I'm attracted to you. I can't date you because you have 2 kids. I can't believe that half of us are down to be step parents. I think that is crazy. They don't love you 99% of the time. They don't love you, and you don't love them. It's like, get out. Leave. I want my mom back. Like, get out. See, I was very possessive of my mother as an only child, and naturally. And you just couldn't take her away from me like that. And I gave my mother away on her wedding day. I gave him permission to take my spot. I mean, I wasn't her lover, but I was her confidant. I was her support. I was someone that was around when she cried. I was someone who she gave a hug to. Like, she didn't have that, but outside of me. And now she does, and I gave her away. And, like, I have to pretend like everything's all honky-dory when you're a fucking asshole. Speaking of my mom's ex-husband. You don't want to bring guys around your kids. That's what you don't want to do. I know a lot of you have kids. And I'm not sure how many of you are single. But I digress. Don't bring your... Okay, let's talk about how long, if you're going to do it, if you're going to make your child or children call your boyfriend or girlfriend mom or dad when it's not really their mom or dad. Like, oh shit, hold on. jam real quick. Later, hear me tonight. I'm just feeling it feels so right as we dance on the moonlight. Na, na, na. Lady, hear me tonight. Step parents. God, it's fucking awful. To a kid is like a kid knows that the relationship most likely is not going to last. So like you introducing your kids to strangers who are just going to revolving strangers, basically, it's not traumatizing. It's just a little trashy and it's annoying. I remember being 8 years old and like being introduced to my mom's boyfriends over the years. And I'm just like, I don't need to know. And that's one thing. Let your kids be kids. They don't need to know. Like, why put all this pressure on them to call your boyfriend or girlfriend mom or dad? And if you're someone who like is okay with being a step parent, why? Why? That's gross. It's just complicated when your parent is dating someone not good for them, or your parent is dating someone and they involve you when you don't wish to be involved. It's just like, if I am dating someone and they tell me they have kids, me personally, with what I've said today, I'm just gonna not only stop dating them, but like, let's say I really, really like them. Let's say that they're someone that I can make an exception for. They got 2 kids. I'm gonna tell them that I want nothing to do with their kids. Unless it's serious, because it's like I could disappear in 2 months. Kids don't like who their parents are dating. News fucking flash. Like kids don't like that. Between your kids and between your new lover. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, of course you're gonna choose your kids unless you're a shitty mom or a shitty dad. I love this song. I want your whiskey mouth all over my blood cell. Red wine, cheap perfume, and a filthy pout. Talking about you've been boyfriend and girlfriend for a year, and now all of a sudden you're taking on the other person's kids. That's stupid. Go 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 go. Let me talk to you, tell you how it is. I was thinking when I saw that body, gotta get shorty, tell him what the young boy gon' do. So turn around and I'll be slide. Take him to the club, dirty babe. Oh my god, when this song dropped, everyone was like, oh my god, Justin Timberlake. Oh my god, Justin Timberlake. And then the Super Bowl happened where he took Janet Jackson's tit out and his career just went. Anyway, we have this banger. Wishing and hoping instead of planning and doing. Wishing and hoping get you fucking nowhere. I can break dance low key. Low fucking key. Like right now. Maybe once this podcast goes to video, I'll show you guys a little something. Just you and me, thug it out until we get it right. But like, at the same time, y'all, I'm not paying $500,000 for a house that I used to do drugs at on 35th Ave in Van Buren. I'm sorry. Like, that's what's happening. Like, these homes that were built in the 70s, like the suburban homes in the 70s, are going for like $600,000. And I'm like, you're on fucking crack if you think I'm gonna buy that. I'd rather rent the rest of my fucking life. In America, you got two choices. It's like you grind till you die, or you get rich or die trying. I'm too old for another war. Listen, 27, proxy war with Russia through Ukraine. 28, proxy war with Iran and Russia through fucking Israel. Let's be real. This is what it's gonna end up with. Like, we sent $50 billion worth of missiles like this week to Israel, and we're not gonna stop. And Zelensky's getting a little jealous. I'm getting too old for the junior section at Ross. I'm getting way too old for the junior section anywhere, but at Ross, I go to the junior section and I shop. And I'm getting too old for crop tops, like shirts that are 2 sizes too small, bras that are 1 size too tight. Like, I'm getting too old for it. And you have a sneaky link, just know that you are playing with fire. You are playing with fire. You are playing with your life. How many infidelities end in death? A lot, especially if people are married. So let's just keep that in mind, okay? If we're going to sneak around our partners, just know that if your partner has a gun, they're going to use it, maybe, on your sneaky link or on you and themselves, okay? Let's not play with fire. And if you suspect your partner has a sneaky link, here are the signs. They're leaving for like 30 minutes at a time. They're gone for 40 minutes. They're getting a quick fuck and they're leaving. Because that's what we did. In my mind, I was wishing these things. I was wishing that we would fuck one day. I was wishing that we would get together and have sex a lot. And I just lusted after this man because he was so attractive. Well, I get my chance. You know, even while I was in a relationship with his colleague, I lusted after him. I was like, I wish I could be with him instead of my boyfriend. I wish I could be with this guy, and I wish I could be with my boyfriend's boss instead of being with my boyfriend. That's how I thought for a long time, and I got my wish. 2 days after me and my boyfriend break up, I get an Instagram message from this guy that I've been lusting after saying, come over. So I go over. The sex is amazing. I mean, to this date, it's the best sex that I've ever had. Step up in the club and have them whispering, goddamn, she thick. Take them to the bar. Hypnotic and Hennessy is on my list. Seductively moving my body. Now watch me rock my hips. Taking sips of the goose. I'm looking good and living legend. Big boy pimping, popping, dipping. Now tell me I'm not the baddest. The top and wipe the pole. Oh,
Shawty got it going on.
it's just me and her, and I'm in my zone. Goddamn, check out her rack. Shawty got a fat ass, and I like it like that. Do you keep it on the low? Do you? It's all on you. When I really don't matter where we go. Just sip this hen and pop this smoke. I'm just skip the night, I just need to know. Can I do you? Can I just say, all drama aside, I wish I was still fucking him. Without his girlfriend in the picture, of course. But let me just call to show you that sneaky link, having a sneaky link is bad because they leave an impression on you. Okay? The sneaky link, the reason why it goes on, the reason why it continues on, well into when someone has a relationship, that's why you have to sneak around, is because the sex is so good. That's what no one talks about why is my man cheating? Why can't my man stop cheating? Why is this girl still in the picture? Because the sex is better. Hey, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the sex is better, and people like having the best of both worlds, okay? They like having regular sex with an awesome girlfriend, or like you can be completely boring. And that's what I don't understand, is that men can be so bored in a relationship that they sneak around, but they still want the relationship that they are bored in. And that leads me to believe that the element of it being bad, the element of it not being allowed, the element of doing something wrong is what tantalizes these men and these women to keep it going, is because it is wrong. That makes it feel good. The fact that you're sneaking around feels good. It brings an element of danger, an element of surprise, and like it makes you feel more desired. Isn't that what people want, is to feel more desired? People can't get it enough. Once I got out of the hospital and I got on Instagram and I saw the photos of him and his girlfriend, I started looking all the way back and I started comparing dates of when we were sleeping together. And the evidence was all there. Me sleeping with him from 2019 to 2020, up until I went to the hospital, and him posting photos from the late 2019 all the way up into the year and current 2024. They're still together. I looked. He has me blocked, of course, because eventually I told her. Whoa. Wanna play, let it down. Hold on. I heard someone over there wanna ride with me, ride with me, wanna ride with me, yeah. I thought I heard someone wanna ride with me, wanna ride with me, wanna ride, yeah. The turning marijuana into something medical was the biggest scam, was the greatest scam we've ever done to make this shit legal, because this shit wouldn't be legal. I wouldn't have met this man if it wasn't for the scam of medical marijuana. This stuff is not medical. You can't. It's a drug, okay? It's a drug, and we had to say it was medical so we can get some legalities going and to get it passed under the guise that it's medical. Like, if I get hit by a car, God forbid I get hit by a car, I'm gonna need some medicine, some pain medicine. You can't give me marijuana to help me with that. It's not medicine. And like, we're not even sure that it cures anything. I'm going off on a tangent, but like I said, the whole reason why I know this guy is because the scam that it's medical, and that this whole thing that it's medical is a scam. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for people like, it helped me. It helps you with a lot of things. Doesn't mean it's medical. We told you it was medical so we could sell it to you for legal reasons. Okay? Hold up. Girl, I've been shaking, sticking and moving, trying to get to you and that booty, trying to get to you and that booty, trying to get to you and that booty. Girl, I've been shaking and thinking and talking, trying to get to you and that monkey. Hey. Girl, he's simping. Walk up in the club with a limping. Gotta listen, what you gonna do with his pimping? What you gonna do with his pimping? Girl, I'ma call ya later on the night or tomorrow. Got follow, what you gonna do with this baller? What you gonna do with this baller?
What am I gonna do with this baller? If I was in the club and someone was like, girl, I've been shaking, stanking, and moving, trying to get to you and that booty. Girl, I've been shaking, stanking, and donking, trying to get to you and that monkey. What you gonna do with this baller? What am I gonna do with this baller? I wish that I was his girlfriend and not her. And that's the reason why I told her that me and him were sneaking around. I was like, FYI, just so you know, me and him were sneaky leaking. And I'll let you deal with that. I'll let you do with that information what you will. Because I'd be damned if I'm over here reliving our best memories, not being ever to sleep with him ever again because he's taken and I know that. Why do I have to suffer? Why? And I didn't even ask to be in this situationship. I didn't ask to be the sneaky link. Why do I have to suffer? Once I had enough. Once I just had enough, something in me just fucking cracked. I was like, I was like, tell her. So I used my power move 5 years later. 4 years later, 3 years later, 3 to 5 years later, I was like, just so you know, from this time to this time, a span of about 8 months, we were fucking during a relationship. During the beginning stages of your relationship, I was fucking your man. And I didn't know. And I found out. And when I found out, I sat on the information for years because I thought that we were going to get together one day when you guys would eventually break up. But since you guys are not broken up, I'm going to fucking tell you anyway. And am I a bitch for that? 100%. But I snapped. And I called his girlfriend. And I said, hey, from this time to this time, I was fucking your man. And she put him on speaker. Or she put me on speaker. And she said, woman to woman, is this true? I said, yes, it's true. So she starts looking for evidence. She grabs his phone, and I'm on speaker. And he's yelling all kinds of, God would not approve. He wished death upon me. And he has a dead brother, which is it hurts coming from him. Because he knows how it feels to have someone so close die. And you wish that upon me. I have brothers and sisters. You wish death upon me repeatedly because of something that you did. Am I the bad guy because I made the truth be known? Loyalty, love and loyalty. Spoil me with loyalty. That's what he says to her. And yet he turns around, hits me up, comes to my house, fucks me, repeat. And I just want to say that men and women who have sneaky links, you're putting yourself in danger. What if your partner finds out and flips the fuck out? I've heard about this girl. From other people that she was crazy. That she is like pistol whipping crazy, that she will get a gun. I didn't think about the possible consequences. She could have rolled up on my house. He was like, I hope you die. I hope you die. I hope you fuck. Why? Because I told her the truth that you tried to conceal by not saying anything, but leaving the door open for you and I. Oh, because he left the door open for him and I. That's what guys do when they fucking cheat on you. The girl that they cheat with, they always leave a door open. Just in case you guys mess up, just in case you guys break up, just in case you guys take a break. No one's safe. That's one thing I want to emphasize to you. If you are in a marriage, if you are in a relationship, don't you ever go to sleep with both eyes closed. You want to know why? Motherfuckers out here cheating. And they have the internet. And they have apps that will conceal their cheating. WhatsApp,
I bet your boyfriend's got 2 numbers. One for you, one for her. No, one for you and one for them. See, what you gotta, these days with these niggas and this power of the internet and the power of social media, it's not you versus her. It's you versus them. It's you versus his inbox. It's you versus the apps. There are dirty apps out there called doublelist.com and locanto.com where it's advertisements for sex and sex only. These are not prostitutes. These are regular people wanting to have sex with other regular people. I say the word regular loosely. He was like, I hope you die. I hope you die. I wouldn't. And for weeks and months, I sat on that, just that I hope you die was ringing in my ear. And I realized, I'm like, hey, I'm this man's karma. I am totally his karma. And that's all I can, that's all I can really say at the end of the day. That I was his karma. How does that Taylor Swift song go?
Work that dick, come girl.
She got it, she got it, she got it, she got it. Ooh. Oh, Shawty, she got it. She got it, she got it. Ooh. Ooh. Xavier was the goth kid in school. Like, if every school has a goth kid, has a designated goth kid, and that was him. I was just so, like, he was just so hot. Like, still has an effect on me. I haven't even fucking dry humped him. But yes, I have. Sorry. But one day he's like, Candice, I have a Ouija board. Literally was just like scared. I was like, we're going to an abandoned house where it burned down and no one reclaimed the land. So it was like, you might as well have done a Ouija board on an Indian burial ground. I know better than to play with the Ouija board. I fucking know better. I'm a Christian. And the one thing you don't do is you don't dabble in the occult by playing with Ouija board and playing with tarot cards. Only because I thought Xavier was hot was the only reason why I played with the Ouija board. I was like, oh, no big deal. I'm saved by the blood of Christ. Like I'm saved by the blood of Christ. No weapon against me shall prosper, for Christ is with me. Like, you know, like all Christian and shit. Now, I don't know if any of you know anything about demons, but they have to be invited. And typically bad spirits, they have to be invited. It's part of God's rules in the occult world. You know, demons just can't attack you willy-nilly. Like, they have to be invited, or you have to be in a weak and vulnerable state enough for them to come in and wreak havoc. So I was like Googling the Ouija board, everything I could find out about it. And Zozo was a demon that came up in Ouija board session. We're getting ready. We're drinking. We're getting drunk before we play with demons. Oh my God. Wow, Candice, you're a Christian. That's not allowed. Like, in the back of my mind, I was telling myself that, like, hey, that's not allowed. You're not supposed to do that. You, especially you, a believer, like, you're not supposed to play with Ouija boards because something might happen. But I didn't care. All I cared about was, I'm going to spend Halloween night with Xavier Carrillo. Xavier Michael Carrillo. He made his own Ouija board. So I'm just like, oh, he made his own planchette. He made everything. And I'm like, this is creepy. He pulled out the Ouija board and we asked who's there. And Zozo answered. Zozo, that demon I was talking about earlier, answered and said Zozo. So it began to spell Z-O-Z-O. And then I was like shit, because I felt like it was calling me out because I was doing research on Zozo that week prior of playing with the Ouija board. And I was just like, oh no, this is why God said not to play with the Ouija board. All of a sudden, like 10 goats come out of the woodworks, my guy. 10 goats, like mid-sized to adult goats. All I see is their eyes flickering in the background in the dark. And then once we saw all the goats, we just ran. You're not supposed to close out a Ouija board session without asking if you can go. You have to say goodbye. We didn't do that because we got too scared to say goodbye, to ask Zozo if we could leave because of the goats. I mean, what would you do? Halloween night, Zozo said he's here, 10 goats come out of the woodworks. What would you do? I'd fucking run too. Like, I'd run again, knowing what I know. 10 years later, I get a knock on my door. And it's a Ouija board. Yeah. Like telling the story now, especially like with the ending being what it was. I took that Ouija board that was at my doorstep 10 years later and I threw it in the trash, and that's how I said goodbye. I've never seen a Ouija board again. No one's ever dropped it off. No one's ever mentioned it. Like, no, nothing. But I will say, if you are gonna play with the Ouija board, do it on Halloween night and don't be a pussy. And if you need a hot girl or a hot guy to distract you from the fact that you are contacting Zozo from hell, then do it. I mean, you live once. I mean, it's not gonna kill you, not right away.